Water supply remains a major issue in Hammanskraal in Tshwane. Despite plans being put in place by the Department of Water and Sanitation, there are no quick fixes for community members. Another concern is the cholera outbreak in the area, with 24 deaths recorded there so far. Nationally, 26 people have died of cholera. NGO, the Al-Imdaad Foundation, has been working on the ground with residents of Hammanskraal. Its project coordinator is Hassan, Shazi, and he's joining us to speak to us now about what's been happening on the ground. Hassan, good afternoon. Welcome to today. Can you just tell us what's the current situation on the ground in Hammanskraal, where you've been operating? I understand you've also been touching on parts of the Northwest Province nearby.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. The Al-Imdaad Foundation was activated by the Tshwane Disaster Management to respond to the ongoing water crisis in Hammanskraal, which has escalated at the moment due to the cholera outbreak. The Al-Imdaad Foundation teams were activated from last week by Tshwane Disaster Management, and we have been working very closely with the local traditional leadership as well as the community of Hammanskraal, trying to respond to the cholera outbreak. As requested by the Tshwane Disaster Management, the Al-Imdaad Foundation was responding with two interventions. The first one being the water tanker, which the Al-Imdaad Foundation was using to distribute water at the remote areas which was not covered by the water and sanitation water tankers. The Al-Imdaad Foundation was allocated an area which the foundation was distributing, and they were allocated a coordinator from the municipality as well as Tshwane Disaster Management. And then what was interesting to note, before we used our tanker, we had to follow the protocols and procedures where we had to go and do a test to test the water that was coming out from the tanker to ensure that it is safe and it is safe for human consumption and there was no contamination taking place. Fortunately, the Al-Imdaad Foundation water tanker did pass the test, and we continue to distribute in Stobetsa area as well as Block G in Hammanskraal. Together with that, the Al-Imdaad Foundation team from last week Monday started in partnership with Tshwane Disaster Management as well as the local traditional leadership by distributing bulk water, bottled water to targeting schools, clinics, as well as community centers, as well as old age centers in that part of Hammanskraal. The Al-Imdaad Foundation, yes.
Okay, just to come in there in the interest of time, in addition to water, bottled water, and through the tankers that you have been distributing to parts of Hammanskraal, including some of those remote areas, what other immediate needs does the community have, and you, as the Al-Imdaad Foundation, have been able to help them with?
The other need that the community of Hammanskraal requested for was the distribution of hygiene packs. The Al-Imdaad Foundation, in partnership with Radiant Disaster, which is our donors, also distributed hygiene packs to the community of Hammanskraal. Because of the cholera outbreak, they requested hygiene packs to be distributed.
Yeah, and how can other people help you and support this effort, particularly the private sector? What are your thoughts?
The private sector can contribute to Al-Imdaad Foundation. For more information, they can contact us on www.alimdaad.com, or they can contact us on 0861 786 243 for more information.
Well, will you be looking for donations only in cash or in kind as well?
We do accept donation in cash and in kind also. They can contact our offices, and then we'll give them the guidelines of how to go about contributing to the
you are interacting on the ground with the people of Hammanskraal and the neighboring areas as the Al-Imdaad Foundation. Government is still trying to work out what is the source of this cholera outbreak. Where did it all begin? They are still investigating that. But from your perspective and from what you're finding out, Hassan, on the ground, what's the outlook?
Yes, we did engage with Tshwane Disaster Management as well as Department of Health. The source of the outbreak at the moment is still not identified. They are still doing the test to identify where the source is coming from. But from on the ground at the moment, things are a bit stabilizing on the ground, because initially there was panic from the residents of Hammanskraal, but now because of the engagement with disaster management and Department of Health on the ground advising people on the situation now on the ground is starting to stabilize.
Okay, that's good to hear that you are seeing the stabilization of the situation on the ground. Thank you very much, Hassan. Shazi, speaking on behalf of the Al-Imdaad Foundation. He's a project coordinator there. They've been on the ground assisting the people of Hammanskraal. Let's hope that we are over the worst in terms of this cholera outbreak. 24 people dying in Hammanskraal itself. 2 others, one in Mpumalanga and one in the Free State, also fell victim to the cholera outbreak in our country. But it's good to hear that things are looking more stable as we speak and the numbers of infections or cases are declining. Thanks.